It's
Hello.
16 hours.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Saudi Arabia, showcasing the Arabia to you. I just want to have a quick introduction about Saudi. So Saudi is a country rich with culture, heritage, and natural beauty, boasting beautiful oases, dramatic mountain tops, pristine beaches, and rivers. Arabia offers a more stunning, diverse landscape more than most people imagine. In this session, we want to introduce our team from the Saudi Tourism Authority. Let me start with myself. My name is Mohammed Basrawi. I'm the Vice President for Domestic Market or Domestic Tourism. We have with us Bruno. Bruno is our Vice President for International Market. We have also Nemet. Nemet is our Director for UK and international market from the international market as well. And we have Matteo Brato, which is our Director for Italy. Thank you, everyone. And I will hand over to Matteo to take us through the show and the presentation.
Thank you very much, Mohammed, and good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Matteo Prato, and I'm the marketing manager at Saudi Tourism Authority. I will take you today through a presentation to showcase the beauties of the country and the beauties of Saudi Arabia. So if you have any questions, of course, I cannot see you all raising your hands and I cannot see your faces. If you have any questions, please write it in the chat. At the end of the presentation, we will respond to those. Conscious on time, I want to kick off. Before getting on a virtual journey to take you throughout the country, it's very important for us to highlight the strategic importance of the development of tourism in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So Saudi opened its door to international leisure tourism in September 2019 as a result of a very ambitious program called Vision 2030, directly promoted by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince. Vision 2030 is a very bold program that has a long strategic objective of building the country and developing to not only reaching ambitious goals in economy and in the development of the country itself, but also to base the development on the unique strengths and capabilities of the country. The long-lasting vision of Vision 2030 are the creation of a vibrant society, strengthening the national identity, growing and diversifying the national economy, and also enhancing the government effectiveness. Tourism is a very important cornerstone for the development of the Vision 2030. So the objective in 2030 is to reach 100 million visits and contributing to 15% of the global GDP. If you look at where Saudi is located in the world, we can easily see that from Saudi we have an easy access to 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia. This is where we will have our key markets, and this is where we will do the majority of our promotional initiatives in order to promote the countries. I'm sorry, there are some issues with the transmission of the presentation. Okay, cool. So to access the countries, we have 6 international airports across the country that could easily connect Saudi Arabia with the majority of the destinations that we have in our 7 hours flight radius that we have identified as a core for the promotion of our initiatives. If we expand further out of the 7-hour radius, we will also reach out to US and Japan, which will also be some of the key core markets that we will target with our initiatives of promotion of the country. Saudi Welcome to Arabia is the consumer-facing brand that carries a fundamental promise describing the experience that travelers will have while in Saudi. A trip to Saudi will allow visitors to discover the wonders of Arabia, which are iconic places connecting the past with the modern present, where the tourists can live transformational encounters with the local and with their heritage. And they will leave the country with the emotional takeout of having experienced authentic, deeply rooted, profound journey in Arabia. So this is our brand promise, and this is also the essence of what a trip to Saudi will represent. If we look at our target audience in our core markets, the leisure segment is going to be our key target, together with the spiritual travel and business events and MICE. Before I take you through a journey to explore the country and to showcase the beauties of Saudi Arabia, I want to just give you a little brief on some travel information. So Saudi is the 12th largest country in the world. As from September 2019, we have gave access to 14 nationalities for having e-visa, which will allow travelers to access the permission to enter into the country very easily, online, digitally, with less than 24 hours. And this is now accessible to over 49 countries around the world. The cost of the e-visa is 440 Saudi riyals, which is approximately equal to 116 US dollars. The country is quite vast. As I said, it's the 12th largest country in the world with over 1,700 kilometers of shoreline across the Red Sea and with over 700 kilometers on the Gulf Coast. The easiest way to travel throughout the country is to fly. There are a lot of domestic air carriers that will give access to travelers to over 13 local and domestic airports. As a general rule, the abaya, which is the traditional dress for women, is not necessary for the international travelers. And the suggestion is to dress modestly. But the country is very welcoming, and I can refer to visitsaudi.com for further information. It's now time to take you through the beauties of Saudi Arabia. Where in Saudi can you travel, and where will you see traveling within the country? So Mother Nature has been very generous with Saudi Arabia, with a variety of natural landscapes that most of us probably cannot even imagine. In our national tourism strategy, we have identified within the country 13 destinations that have in total over 40 tourism products that are already accessible and ready for international markets. The objective is in very short time span to expand those sites, those heritage sites and those cultural sites and local natural beauties, to expand them, to make them more accessible, and reaching very soon over 400 sites that can be visited throughout the country. So as I said, Mother Nature has been very generous with Saudi Arabia, with a variety of landscape that span from the biggest desert in the world, the Rub al Khali, or empty quarter in the southeast part of the country, with beautiful, pristine blue waters in the Red Sea, where there are an abundance of natural wildlife like turtles, dolphins, and beautiful coral reef where to explore the maritime wildlife. In the northern part of the country, there are beautiful rocky mountains and valleys that can be explored not only with 4x4, but also more accessible for easy hikes. And in this part of the country, believe it or not, could also snow during the winter, which is something that amazes all the locals during the winter. In the southern part of the country, there are beautiful mountains and rock formations, with mountains reaching, topping over 3,000 meters sea level, with green, lush vegetation. So as you see from this kind of introduction, the abundance of different landscapes is something really unique to this part of the world. We start our journey, and as most of the tourists we do, with the capital of the kingdom, which is Riyadh, which is the biggest city in the kingdom with over 7 million inhabitants. 10% of those are expats from all over the world. It's a very multicultural city where the heritage of the past ancient tradition can really meet the modernity and the future. So this is the most accessible gateway to the country. And as I said, it's really gives the possibility to travel, to access from here a variety of landscapes. If I will not go through a geographical order to showcase the beauties and the variety of the landscapes. We are here in the shore of the Red Sea. We are north of Jeddah. This place is called Umluj, and this is a beautiful place where accessing the Red Sea, where there are amazing coral reef and pristine sandbanks and islands, which can really give access to the beauties of the Red Sea. From here, not far from Umluj, we can travel to another beautiful place, which is the White Volcano, which is located 1.5 hours north of the holy city of Medina. This area here, if you look at on a Google Maps and from a satellite picture, is an area where there are beautiful rocky escarpments, and there are two big volcanoes that that can be accessible for hiking and for adventure roads. The quality of the materials of the sandy sediments give this volcano a whitish color, and we are here staying at 2,000 meters above the sea level. So it's a very high basement that we really showcase incredible mountain formations. As you see here, if we change completely the location and we go towards the south, we see these beautiful mountaintops with green, lush vegetation. This region here of Al Suda is very close to another very famous village called Al Baha. And this is a region where it's very popular for the domestic market during the hot summers, because here we are sitting at 3,000 meters above the sea level. Therefore, the average temperature also during the summer are quite cool respect to the rest of the country, with temperatures around 25 degrees. Therefore, this area provides really a totally different landscape from the ochre colored deserts of one of the other iconic places in Saudi, which is the site of Alula. I'm sure that by now you would have heard a lot of the site of Alula, which is 1.5 hours north of the capital, Riyadh. Alula is one of the first sites in Saudi joining the heritage cultural site of UNESCO in 2008. And really a living open-air museum, not only where to experience the beauty of the rock formations in the middle of the desert, but also where to explore the ancient past of the traders and of the local civilizations that were living in this part of the country. Madain Saleh, or Hegra, is the heritage site which provides access to over 100 tombs from the Nabatean era, which can be accessed. So in this area, archaeological diggings are still happening. So the archaeologists are still finding remains from these ancient times. In the site of Alula, the legacy of 200,000 years are really crafted in the rocks and in the beautiful mountain formations that are surrounding these cultural sites that can be accessed with a lot of activities that really span from hiking to mountain biking, or can be accessed also with camels and horses during some hikes. The site of Alula today, as for today, provides 231 hotel keys that will reach over 300 very soon with the openings of new resorts that are expected by December 2020. So Saudi Arabia is not only home of amazing natural beauties, but also very important events that the country will provide beautiful sceneries to. So Dakar in the 2021, from the 3rd to the 15th January, will be the second edition of this epic adventure rally throughout the country. And a very recent announcement is that the F1 Grand Prix will be hosted in the city of Jeddah in November 2021, and will be the second big motorsport event after the Formula E that was organized in Riyadh in 2018. So the scenery will be very beautiful because the motor race will be bordering the beautiful shorelines of the Red Sea. Motorsports are not the only global events that will be hosted in Saudi in the near future. For example, the European Tour will be hosted just 100 kilometers north of Jeddah in the King Abdullah Economic City of Cake, in the Royal Greens Golf and Country Club, providing a very tough golf course for the European and global golf professional players. So this is not all. This is what Saudi provides for today, and for the future, the future developments of Saudi will be to expand the tourism offerings with a series of what we call them giga projects, which are massive project developments that will happen in the coming years. From the north, NEOM will provide a really sustainable city of the future, where the nature can meet the tourism of tomorrow. In the south of just a few hundred kilometers south of NEOM, Amala will provide an integrated destination for wellness and the arts. And another interesting development, it's called the Red Sea development, which will provide an exquisite sanctuary, offering not only tourism experiences, but also access to a number of sustainable activities in the Red Sea. Also, the southern part of the country, the Al Suda region, will provide home to a number of adventure initiatives and adventure products that will made Al Suda the unofficial outdoor adventure capital of Saudi Arabia. There are other two Giga projects happening in the capital city of Riyadh, which are the Diriyah Gate, which is the ancient village of Diriyah, which is the home of the Saudi state. And just out of Riyadh, the Qiddiya development will provide an integrated recreational and entertainment, sport, and art destination. So this is the exciting future that Saudi will provide to travelers from all over the world. Conscious of time, I thank you very much for listening to us today and to engaging with us. And I will leave now the floor to Q&A session, because I'm sure that you have a lot of questions for us to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matteo. There's some questions that come up on the feed. So we'll start with the first one, which is, what are you doing as a tourist authority to approach partners? What's your strategy on the B2B side? Bruno, would you like to take that?
Yes, thank you, Nimit. B2B, what we do. So we have organized our strategy into 3 pillars. The first one is the engagement. The second one is the inspiration. And the third one is finally the conversion. So these 3 pillars are actually being developed and implemented across the world. Engagement first is what we're doing now, is meeting with you, engaging with partners, understanding what understanding what they need, where they stand, making sure that they are ready to partner with us. Inspiring is a lot to do with making sure that you, as we see now through the images, are interested to sell and promote Saudis, making sure that your teams are trained, that you are aware of the product. And finally, conversion is when it comes to the development of the products, making sure that you have the right products to sell to your clients, making sure that you have the right incentive to sell these products. So this is what the team is doing. We have developed an infrastructure across the world. By the end of the year, in the next 6 weeks, we would have opened 20 plus offices across the world. We are in all the key countries that you can think about, where we have a team that is now being recruited. And this team will be close to all our partners to, again, engage, inspire, and convert. So that is happening now. It's very much our focus. While a lot of destinations are under pressure, a lot of activities are under pressure, we keep moving forward, and we develop the infrastructure that will help us to perform with you in 2021.
Thank you, Bruno. There's another question that's come through, which is for me, which is what is the plan for the UK market? So the UK market, an island market, is a primary market for STA and Saudi. We're focused on 3 target audiences, which is leisure, Umrah, and MICE. From a leisure perspective, as you've seen from the presentation and also Mohammed's introduction, Saudi lends itself perfectly to those that are interested in heritage, culture, well-being, exploration, discovery. So we're targeting mid and long-haul tour operators who can help position Saudi as a stopover destination, a short break, or a touring destination. There's also a huge appeal for travelers that want to combine a visit to 1 or more countries in the Middle East, such as Jordan, Egypt, or the UAE, for example. When we talk about Umrah, there's an abundance of product that spiritual travelers can explore pre and post Umrah. There's a lot of interest from the Muslim community, and we're already engaged with specialists in the UK regarding tapping into this market. Finally, from a MICE and corporate traveler perspective, we're confident that by the time this industry recovers, there'll be some truly amazing venues to choose from. Events around Al Ula is a prime example. The implementation of our UK strategy is underpinned by a team in the UK that we're currently recruiting. There's the big focus for the team, and Bruno just touched on it, is about awareness, training, marketing development, and generally supporting the UK trade to help position and sell Saudi. The good news is that we've already agreed some partnerships with tour operators, and we're keen, obviously, this week to talk about opportunities and partnerships during this week. So please reach out to me, and I look forward to speaking with a range of travel industry experts. Thank you.
There's a question here, Nimit, maybe.
Yeah.
That's maybe for Mohammed first. Will the majority of tours within Saudi will be escorted, so in groups, or is there an opportunity for individual to explore the country?
I think Saudi overall is unexplored yet. So, and Saudi, we said welcome to Arabia when we launched our e-visa. And now we say welcome to Arabia for individuals and groups as well. So everyone is welcome to come to Saudi to enjoy the treasures of Arabia.
Thank you, Mohammed. Nimit, you have another question?
Yeah, there's another one that's come through. It looks like it's a two-part question. What is special about KSA? Clients might be worried to travel there.
Okay, so if you allow me, Bruno, and the team, I can answer this question. So I think aside from the location, aside from the weather, if you want to enjoy the sun, you can enjoy the sun in Saudi. If you want to enjoy the snow, you can also enjoy the snow. So we have the world, the climate of the world, so you can enjoy all type of weather. I think what differentiates Saudi is the people. We have different culture from city to another city, from region to another region. They will welcome you with warm welcoming. You will enjoy the food, the different food from region to another region. You will enjoy their homes and their houses. You will enjoy the city. You will enjoy the welcoming of Saudi. Now, for the second question is why they might be worried coming to Saudi. I don't think this is a valid concern yet. As I said, we opened Saudi to 50 countries with our visa. And again, I say we welcome everyone to Arabia.
Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Any other question, Nimit?
Not on my feed. Do you have anything else, Bruno?
No, I don't see anything. I have a political question I think we will not answer today related to the elections in the US. I think we will focus on the tourism and let the political to do. And I have now new questions. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one again for you, Mohammed. Solo female travelers. Can women travel in Saudi?
Actually, yes. So I went to Al Baha. This is my personal experience. Al Baha is a very small city compared to the main cities, and I found two American females in an olive oil farm. I don't know how they reached there. It was perfectly safe. They enjoyed their time. They had their breakfast from the farm itself, and actually they spent the night in the farm. That was news to me. I know that the majority of the travelers, they come to main cities maybe, but going to Al Baha and finding these two American female in an experiment and in an exploration kind of trip to explore the different part of Arabia was shocking to me. They enjoyed their time. They said it was a seamless experience. They faced no issues. It was safe completely, and they were solo travelers. So two females alone, American females alone, in Baha in an olive oil farm, enjoying their time in Saudi. Actually, it was quite an experience.
Thank you, Mohammed. I have another one for you again. The best time, the best time to travel to Saudi.
So
winter or summer?
Yeah, it depends on the priorities. So if you are looking for the good thing, as I said, we have the climate of the world. So you want sun in the winter, you can enjoy the sun and the beach. You want winter as snow and rain and cold weather, you can also find it. We have different seasons and different destinations and different regions. So if you are looking for the sun breeze and the beach and sun, maybe you can come between May to July, August. But if you like to experience all the different kind of weather and climate, I would recommend to come between November and April would be ideal, because you can go from city to another city and experience it all. You can experience the cold weather and also the sun breeze and the beaches.
Thank you, Mohammed. There's another question maybe for you then, Nimit. Maybe we can talk about the UK market and then we can enlarge it. The question is about the length of stay, Nimit, in the country. So what is the length of stay? What is our target? How people will travel in 2021 to, maybe you want to talk about the Middle East Plus and then the different aspect that you...
Yeah, I think Saudi complements many other regions in the Middle East. So, you know, if someone was to look at heritage and culture, they could absolutely go to a beautiful, you know, the surrounding countries like Egypt and Jordan, and have a similar type of cultural heritage experience in Saudi. And that would be a, you know, anything from 5 nights, 7 night trip across. I mean, Saudi is quite vast, so it depends what clients want to see. Also, if you look at from a stopover perspective, huge VFR and stopover traffic via the Middle East, and massive international airlift that was there pre-COVID, and I'm sure that will come back. And that would mean that customers have a great opportunity to stop over in Riyadh, and you know, products like Edge of the World, or go to the desert. The desert is not far from there, and there's so many more, you know, experiences they can experience. And then also from the Umrah, the spiritual travel side, is that when you go to when our clients are interested in spiritual travel, they've got all of the West Coast to experience, Jeddah, and then there's some truly amazing products around there. So that doesn't have to be long. That's, you know, 3-4 nights. So it really depends on, I think, the customer, the profile of customer, and what they want to experience. And I think that's actually great, because it's not like we're marketing or we're saying that, you know, there's only a fixed time that you should explore Saudi. It's discover at your pace, and the breadth of Saudi Arabia whenever you please, because as Mohammed mentioned earlier, the topography is so unique. There's mountains, there's snow, there's desert, there's greenery. So it's extremely varied. So, you know, it's a great proposition.
Thanks, Nimit. There's another question here, and I think I'll take it. What is the tourism prediction target in terms of passengers for 2021? So I'm not going to give any number. I'm sorry for the person that asked the question, but I can tell you that these targets are very ambitious, and we are doing all what needs to be done to achieve these numbers. You see, there are, again, today we're maybe one of the few destinations in the world, that is being so active. A few destinations are still investing with their consumers. Few destinations are investing with their travel partners, and that's what we're doing. And all this is supposed to get us in 2021 serious numbers of tourists. We want to position Saudi as a major destination in the world when it comes to leisure, Umrah Plus, and the MICE. There is another e-visa, an interesting question, maybe for you, Mohammed, as you manage the relation with the government too. The next batch of open e-visa, and the question is about India. When are we going to have India and South America in the list?
Okay, thank you, Bruno. Actually, we did not announce anything about the next batch, but I think I will try to escape from the question and try to excite people and the audience about other things. We are now in the phase to announce and to launch our winter program. I think our minister announced it locally or domestically, which will be open also for the international market. As of the e-visa and the new patch for the countries, I think we can welcome today the Indian nationalities and the Indian citizens to come to Saudi if they have a visa from other countries. Yet we don't have any confirmed news about the next batch or when this will be announced.
Yeah, visa, Indians with a Schengen visa, I think, or the US visa can access Saudi. Yes. And that is already a great move. And I'm sure that there are discussions happening now, but we don't have a vision yet.
Yes, I agree.
A very simple question maybe for you, Matteo. Quarantine. How many days do we have to stay in quarantine when you visit Saudi for now? And do you know what is going to be in the future?
So the regulation for access in the country at the moment, the borders are still closed, so travelers need to access on a business visa, and the quarantine is requested for 72 hours, which is the time to access the COVID test and receiving the response of the test. If the test is negative, the travelers can then go out from their hotels.
And when the border will open in January, hopefully.
Yeah, the borders are targeted to open in January, early January in 2021. As per the regulations, they are not yet announced, but they will be announced pretty soon.
There's an interesting question. Can you do a self-drive? That's, again, a very practical question. Can we do a self-drive holiday? Mohammed, can you rent the car in Saudi and go by yourself?
Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. You can drive. We have great roads across the different cities. It's a little bit long ride, but I think it's perfectly safe. We have checkpoints. The country is very safe overall. So that's why I was saying for the people who are worried about their safety, I don't think they should. The country is 100% safe. Ready to welcome the different international tourists and the regional tourists as well. And from a ride perspective, I think it's perfectly safe. It will be a little bit long. If you are not used to a long ride, because the country is a little bit vast and huge, then maybe it will not be as pleasant as you can imagine. But the sceneries, the different typography of the country is beautiful. We have beautiful scenes, beautiful rivers, beautiful sea, beautiful mountains, and beautiful desert as well.
Thank you, Mohammed. There's another question regarding the markets. Which market do you expect to welcome first after COVID? When and any of these a priority? Matteo, you want to take this one? Which market do we look after?
So in terms of priority of our international initiatives, we would expect the local market and the GCC market, so the Gulf region markets coming first. Because of consumer confidence. We need, of course, to actively follow the developments of COVID outbreak in the key international markets, but we have a strategy that looks at the developments of each market and helps us to be efficient in the promotion as soon as the local conditions will allow us. But definitely during the summer, we launched the first national domestic campaign, and we were busy with this. Then the next step will be welcoming the Gulf countries. Definitely, these are the key steps that we foresee for the immediate future.
Thanks, Matteo. Nimi, do you see any questions? I don't think so, but which market? No?
No, not from my side.
If you don't have a question, maybe we'll take this opportunity to maybe thank you again for your presence today. It's been a great moment. We're very happy to have met all of you, and hopefully we have inspired you. It's going to be a great journey in Arabia that we are all being invited by Saudi, the destination, Saudi government, and Saudi people. And when all the markets are very much under pressure, all markets are putting their heads down, Saudi stands up and move forward, and that's very unique. The success of our strategy and the execution of our strategy depends a lot on the contribution of the B2B network and the B2B partners that we have today here on this event, and then we will meet during WTM and the one that we interact with. It's very important that we have you on board. It is always complicated to launch a new destination. But launching a destination with so much to offer, like Saudi, I think is going to be a great adventure. We have now teams. This is not this is a work done by a team, from the domestic team with Mohammed and the team in India, the team in China, the team in UK, and the team across the world. There are people that are there that are willing to meet with you, interact with you, inspire you, and help you to convert. We have allocated certain numbers of funds to support the marketing activities that you will do. These are discussions that we can have now. We have developed products that you can propose to your clients. We have identified partners locally in Saudi that you can start to deal with, DMCs that you can start to deal with, and then we can connect. All this can be done by the teams that you have here, the team of Mohammed, myself, and the rest of the people. We are very happy that you're here, and we really hope that you are going to stay with us and you continue this journey with us. We're very excited. Thank you so much.